YouTube, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another YouTube read. Make sure that's centered enough. Another collective read, another YouTube read. Remember, energy is timeless, so take what resonates, please leave the rest. Angels of the highest to white light, please bestow upon me with clear and concise channel messages for what my divine collective needs to hear today. If you need a person with me, hit up Shamika's son with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. Getting people are in fear. People are furious that they can't mistreat you or control you anymore. It's a spiritual death trap going against you. So there's been some type of judgment called in the spirit realms and the ethers for somebody tapping into this. Death spells don't work onto you. I'm getting the enough is enough kind of message from spirit. So for somebody with the Six of Pentacles energy, you're charitable or giving. Maybe you were taken advantage of in the past. Maybe this was a consistent ordeal in terms of you over giving to situations or in context to others, like shitting on that or like taking it from you and kind of like, I don't know, I'm getting this energy like somebody taking something, like somebody loving, giving like a cup of love to somebody and somebody taking it and like flexing the cup of love in front of the person, like that type of shit. That's an analogy for somebody. You take what resonates with the full energy. I think you're being guided to step in a newfound direction, to step into peaceful waters. Your voice is therapeutic. Music may be a peaceful water to step in, so to speak. Clearing this energy out, though, with the Ten of Pentacles energy, back to it. So people view you as the Ten of Pentacles, which can be the gift, the reward, the star, the ride, I don't know, whatever that persists to be. But usually a lot of times what I'm really seeing on an energetic translational level, what this really is saying, you usually have a healing energy or an embodiment of an energy that isn't prone to contamination or some type of hindrance or distraction or attachment that other people may be prone to having stuck to them. So they may cling to you or want to cling you into a controllable circumstance, position that can kind of put you in a position to where that they can, I don't know, have you to themselves is literally what I'm getting. I'm honestly just getting the channel messages. I'm kind of beating around the bush a little bit, but like vampires need your validation to even be a vampire. So it's people putting you in vampiric cyclings of whether it's people needing you to be in a lower state of yourself so they control how you think of yourself, how you think of situations, how quick you jump to your emotions, jump to the wrong conclusions, putting illusions before you. Emotional triggers or emotional manipulation is very signified at this time with distorted masculinity. And what I'm getting from that, a part of distorted masculinity can show in itself warlock energy. And when I say warlock energy, and that comes somebody that kind of tries to hold you into a cap, you know, man or woman. It could be just the predominance of masculine energy that it takes to try to keep a hold over somebody or try to stop somebody else from rising into their masculinity or rising in a shored, integral expression of self. There's some sense of distorted masculinity around someone that I'm channeling into, man or woman. Your karmic debt is being cleared, or your karmic debt is clear, which is what I'm talking about. Your energy. Whether you just have good karma, you make the right decisions, you know what your alignment is. Everybody has karma coming back to them every day in some way, shape, or form. Good, bad karma, whatever, right? But your karmic debt, in terms of a recycling, for somebody I'm tapping into, there's a sense of whatever that is for you. There's nothing coming back to haunt you. There's nothing coming back to teach you a lesson, is what that means. So what that means for others that are maybe stuck or maybe continuously repeating the same cycles in life or the same karmic loopings, they may cling onto you in some way, shape, or form. And this usually takes in a way that they don't cling onto you it don't seem sweet, it don't seem vulnerable. It's usually in a manipulative way, and then it usually puts you in that sweet, vulnerable position so that it can be mirrored back in terms of the illusion. This is for somebody going through spiritual warfare, right? In the synopsis of sex magic may be significant, protecting your sexual energy is significant for actually having a potent sexual energy or accumulation of which within yourself, within your vessel, is a protection mechanism in itself. It is the potency, and it creates the stronghold, or it's the connectivity to your spiritual DNA in terms of how it transfuses and infuses into your vessel. Distractions may be significant because these damn dogs know exactly who I am. That's why he ain't barking for real. It's just, I don't know what it is, but it's not you. It's your approach to viewing the situation. So maybe being able to look past and being able to see this bigger picture. Let me slow down. Slowing down may be significant. Being able to pace yourself, and being able to see the bigger picture, in terms of situations, dynamics that pull in your energy, or that systematically have put you in the same cycles of behavior, or want to put you in the same cycles of behavior. You'll know if this resonates with you. They try to form smear campaigns in groups, but still were not successful. This is also a tactic, a humiliation ritual tactic that a lot of people in that other type of belief system, that is not with source, they're with a different source, so to speak, take what resonates. They're usually, one of those big tactics is humiliation, degrading. If they can lower your sense of worth, if they can lower your ideal of self, they can take everything from you. They can strip everything from you and put you as a mindless victim. And this is significant for somebody, not to put it like that, but if you can't take control over your life, or take control of the energy, or perceive the illusions, then that's what's going to continue happening in terms of the energy harvesting. This is for people going through energy harvesting, or have come out of this. Maybe this was a synopsis of what somebody's coming out of, thus being the reason that I'm explaining it for somebody not to go back into. But for some people that are in this situation currently, this is also the same thing. They're jealous of your shine and the way others view you. So there's a sense of a need to degrade that sense of outer reflection. Outer reflection is significant. Surface level appeal is significant. Maybe surface level identity in terms of how people judged you is significant. But good fortune is on its way to you following these experiences, or following, obviously this has got to be some graduation, completion, or some type of exodus from these type of cycles or loopings. Like I said, your karmic debt is cleared, moving forward. And so with that being said, there's a sense of you not understanding what energy harvesting is, understanding what people consciously or unconsciously do, just out of shadow parts of themselves that they have not yet healed, or not yet have perceived to be needing of healing. So also with that, it's just perception, and that perception can take you a long way, especially when a lot of these things, what I'm speaking of in this video, is energetic warfare. It's spiritual warfare with the magician energy, dealing with dark magicians, that people that know how to use energy and manipulate it against you in some way, shape, or form. With you have many hidden admirers, so there's some sense of light attraction to you that is gonna repulse the souls that don't see it within themselves, or don't accept their light within themselves, or don't accept the shadow within themselves, because that can also be demonstrated in terms of how people project their shadow onto your light, because they may not see that in themselves, but they may see the shadow and not accept the shadow. Maybe the shadow is meant to be accepted. Maybe your shadow is meant to be accepted. Maybe there's significance on the shadow in terms of cultivation, in terms of how that can move you forward. Maybe this perceptual awareness of this energy harvesting that I'm speaking of, that somebody's going through or went through, maybe that is the shadow work needed to accumulate how you move forward, and how you direct your thoughts, your mind, your body, your decisions, your soul, and to know that your eternal soul is more prone and more available to a lot of different things without protection than you think. With the strength energy, there's a need to have willpower and strength in terms of your mind. Mind over matter is significant. That's exactly what I channel with. Success naturally follows you. You got to cultivate that for you in terms of you moving your alignment. I'm not saying that you got to create it from scratch. God's got a plan for you. You know what I mean? And that's, people hear that all the time. But whoever I'm tapping into, going through this, God's got a plan for you. I mean, going through to where you're aware of energetic harvesting, or you can be aware, or you're being enlightened to be aware of this. There's a reason for this, like this type of video. You were crowned and selected by your ancestors from the jump. This may be breaking generational curses that have to do with occult things, or curses that were created from certain things generations before. This is significant for somebody. With the chariot energy, to continue moving forward, even in the unknown, even when you don't know what you're doing, in terms of, you know that you're in alignment, you know that you're intuitively guided to do something, but you don't know what God's doing. You don't know what this is. Like, what the hell is this? Like, sometimes I ask the Most High that I have a real intimate connection with Source. It's like, very much, I state my thoughts, that may be significant for somebody to talk openly with the Most High, but what the hell is this? I don't know what this is all the time, you know, but I'm moving in alignment, and it'll make sense in hindsight. But that may be significant for somebody to know that you're maybe paving something that's bigger than you, maybe paving for something that's different than you, that may be meant for something different than you, but you're catalyzing it. You never know. It's just anything of that nature. Your power is meant to be seen and felt by many. So I think all these attempts are meant to, you know, like I say, resistance points that are meant to mold you into the person that can't be stripped from, that can't be tarnished, that can't be humiliated, that won't allow these things, that won't consent to these forms of loss or betrayal to create loss or create streams of loss or streams of trauma or recurring patterns that we have ascended past, or we are ascending past for my currents, you know. And I think that's my last message, to keep on going. But this is the perceptual awareness of what that energy harvesting is doing. Or what that energy harvesting is. And when you feel that kind of off, losing vitality, like somebody's just standing there watching you but nobody's around you, but in your energy, like in terms of somebody standing there watching you, somebody feels as such in terms of the relativity to what they feel to be in your energy, right? That's usually somebody draining your energy, talking about you, whatever, right? But this is for somebody that's tapped in. You're more tapped in than you think. You get these extra sensory feelings. You're more sensitive than you may want to be. That may be for somebody, but you're meant to be, because you're meant to feel these things that other people don't. Like I say in a previous one for my empaths, you're very powerful, and this is your superpower, that feeling, that depth into feeling. You don't know what you can do with that co-creative alchemy that gives you access to, because those feelings are just kind of more light activations. And when I say light, the etymology of the word light is information, right? So the information that you're able to use and co-create with your experience, in terms of somebody that's more ignorantly going at something in a surface level context. This is the difference between that 5D, 3D consciousness, the intuitive confirmations versus the egotistical gratifications. It's my last message for you guys. If you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with cnshamika@gmail.com. All likes, comments, shares, and subscribes are so very appreciated. Just going at these reads, and I appreciate y'all. It's your boy Justice.